Live from the Texas Motor Speedway, it is the Red Light Scrambler series here for race number 7 of, I believe, 16. Just gonna double check on that. It's been a while, but we are here nonetheless here at Texas for race number 7. Can Sean Butler continue his winning streak after 5 weeks in a row? Oh my goodness. Well, this is the Racing Line Broadcasting Network with the Red Light Scrambler series. So here at Texas Motor Speedway, it is 90 laps, as currently the timing and scoring shows. Well, guess who? Sean Butler is once again on the pole by 0.012 seconds here at Texas Motor Speedway. Max Terrio is back up in the top 3, and he's been in the top 3 for a while, but this is the first time he's actually just a little bit more prominent. He's starting right beside Sean Butler, and Terrio is the only driver so far, well, the only other driver, I should say, so far this season to really get a second win, or a win overall outside of Sean Butler. There's just under a minute left in qualifying. Actually, no, 3 minutes and 40 seconds left in qualifying. Read that incredibly wrong. And well, it's going to be an interesting race here for tonight. As for the moment, trying to get something set up here for the time being. And while we still have the time, I go ahead and show a preview video that RC has released. Since the new Season 2 build is coming tomorrow, I am also insanely excited for this. And it's pretty much no secret whatsoever. It's the BMW M8 GTE video announcement. So personally, I'm excited for that, but hey, I'm also excited for the insane build notes that we have. We're going to be having ignition sounds coming soon, and by soon I mean tomorrow, at a trademark after soon, by the way. Oh my goodness, 19 races. So nope, 15 races. That's actually correct the first time. I saw 19 somewhere. I was thinking, okay, so what the heck is with that small bug? But either way, we're getting closer and closer to round 1 of the chase, and we should have an indicator on the ticker by at least next week at Kentucky. We'll have an indicator by then, as 1 minute remains in qualifying. We'll have an indicator of the top 12 drivers that are in the point standings. So at the moment we have Sean Butler, Max Terrio. They've been locked in ever since their first wins. The rest of the 10 drivers are locked in through points. And that will be Tim Blum, Eric Johnson, James Skelton, Richard Murdoch, DJ Anderson, William Long, Ryan Aldani, Kyle Souza, Leo Bordage, and Brendan Minto. That is as of right now. There's about there's a two-way tie for 13th place between Joshua Buckley and Kevin O'Brien. Brendan Minto is 3 points ahead of both of those drivers, Buckley and O'Brien. So let's see. We have Kevin O'Brien. We have Joshua Buckley. But do we have a Brendan Minto with us this week? It does not appear to be so. So he's going to have to get at least one race win by next week, or at least finish ahead of one of those two drivers by next week. But other than that, the qualifying session is now over. And we'll be heading into your starting grid for this race here for this week. Let's just say, yep, that's what I thought. That's what I thought that said. Okay. So, counting down the time just a little bit longer until until qualifying officially ends. Sean Butler, Max Terrio, starting row 1 on the top side, or front row, I should say. And it looks like that will be it. Not sure why 4th through 6th is being displayed, but nonetheless, we will be going through your starting grid for this race, starting off with Sean Butler on the front row here. Just alongside of him is going to be Max Terrio on the top side. We're in the trucks this week as well, so it's going to be quite interesting. Pretty much a flat-out race this entire way. Next week is Kentucky and the Xfinity cars as well. We don't go back to the Cup cars up until Richmond, which is 3 races from now. Talladega is the race in between. So we have Kentucky in the Xfinity Series, Talladega in the trucks, and then Richmond in the Cup cars. So Max Terrio starts in 2nd place alongside Sean Butler, who starts in 1st place. James Heater in the number 18 starts off in position number 3. And to his outside is going to be the number 10 of Tim Blum, starting in position number 4. Rounding out the top 5 will be the 51 of DJ Anderson, James Skelton in the 86. There he is right there. He starts off in the 6th position on the outside lane. Alec Conklin is back once again, the 954. Haven't seen him for a while. He starts in the 7th place position. As to his outside is going to be the L1 of Richard Murdoch and the Haviland vehicle for this week. It's quite an interesting change from the flames on the hood. Blake Mosley, I believe a new driver overall in this league in the 923. He will be starting in position number 9. Running at the top 10 is Eric Johnson in that Bud Light number 33. Kyle Souza in the number 4 starts off in 11th. And Randy oh goodness. Let's see if I can actually pronounce that name for a second. Brashears in the 926. Randy Brashears, also in an iRacing iFlag sponsor. Ooh, that was close contact there. Also an iRacing iFlag sponsored machine. He starts in 12th. 13th is William Long, who unintentionally correctly tested his brakes to see if they worked. He starts alongside the number 2, that neon green, of Joshua Buckley. Leo Bordage in the number 7 starts in 15th. Tony Strano in the 903. There he is up on the top side. And now he's out of the picture, but he starts off in the 16th place position. The 909 of Noah Samples starts 17th. 18th place is Ryan Aldani. 19th, Charles Silvis. And at 20th is Kevin O'Brien. Brian Phillips starts in 21st. 22nd, Patrick Orr. Rounding out the field will be Christopher Rothrock. So your 23 truck field here for this race. It's going to be quite interesting to see what plays over the course of these next 90 laps. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be an interesting race. We're going to see what comes of that race as well. Green flag is about to fly here at Texas Motor Speedway. And the green is being displayed. We are underway in Texas. So already early on, James Heater moves up one position as Sean Butler is pretty relaxed at this point. And by relaxed, I mean he's probably going to be thinking about this entire field directly behind him. You don't really lift at this racetrack either. It's full throttle. Let's listen to the engine here on board. You barely lift at this track. Getting shuffled through the back of the field top side is Max Terry on that 42, the 954 of Alec Conklin. Over on the inside, lane gets by, cuts off the nose of the 42. Somehow, someway, they're still going forward. And they're on pretty much single file for the most part, and unless you are Richard Murdoch on the inside, getting by the 86, James Skelton, also the 86, can make a run up on the top side. And he's trying to do whatever he can, but it's not going to work out for the time being. 45 is our halfway point. And unfortunately to the inside is going to be the 923 of Blake Mosley. And that's unfortunate for that 01 machine. But it is early on still in this race, so he does have a little bit of time. Still side by side as they both head down into turns 1 and 2. Eric Johnson has a little bit of a great view of this directly in front of him. He may try to make it 3 wide if he wanted to, but I'm pretty sure he's not going to. Plus, he'd have to catch up in the first place anyways. So, side by side, Kyle Souza and Leo Bordich. Hello, cloud cover. Looks like it's overcast all of a sudden. And that could play into effect for this race, but that depends on how long that cloud cover lasts. So Leo Bordich gets position number 14 at the start-finish line. Kyle Souza position 15 on the top side. And just like that, the cloud cover is gone, and it's back again on the back straightaway. It looks like Blake Mosley had finally gotten out in front of that number 86 of James Skelton, and now it's going to be Eric Johnson who could be joining in on this. He might make a move to the inside. I think Mosley made a little bit of contact with the outside wall there in turns 1 and 2, but other than that, he's doing pretty good for the most part. Although off of the wall, off turn number 2, I believe that was the 01. I got a piece of that. Outside wall more unintentionally. Look at Terrio. It's on top of that back bumper, and now he's finally making a move to the inside of Conklin in that 954. Just as a reminder, if you're new to watching this league, well, the number's 9. Oh, wait, we're going to hold off on that because they're side by side off turn number 2 there. I think they made contact. I'm not sure, but from that angle, it sure looked like it. As I was saying before that happened, drivers with the number 9 in their car numbers, essentially a triple digit starting with the number 9 as Conklin tries to go over the back bumper for Terrio sliding up probably. Triple digit cars that start with the number 9, well, that indicates that they are a rookie in the series. And so far, Conklin is the highest running rookie in this race in position at number 6. As far as the actual lead goes, well, guess who's still in the lead and has been for the past 5 races actually at this point? Sean Butler. I don't think he's going to be letting go of this lead anytime soon, let alone that winning streak that he's been having, because my goodness, even he doesn't know. Well, he probably does know, he just doesn't want to tell everyone the secrets that he has. And the caution's out for the first time. Kevin O'Brien, no, the 39, Brian Phillips on the back straightaway, and the 984 of Christopher Rothrock. Replay coming up on your screen. This happened off turn number 2. We'll see what exactly happened. Apologies for the blank screen here for a few moments as we get the replay set up. We'll see what happened off turn 2, and it looks like It's way too much speed off the corner by the 981 and 39 rather. Brian Phillips, I think he just spun out trying to avoid. You can barely see it. Oh, if he only held on to the brakes. Yeah, I think he, the 39 Phillips just spun out just trying to brake for this wreck. Oh, man, he already had damage anyways. And again on the back. So unfortunately, more damage than really, more than he wanted for sure. All drivers are in pit road. And we're going to get the picture back up here in just a few moments' time. But pretty much the entire field is on pit road. And we'll tell you your top 5 drivers that come off of pit road. Brian Phillips has not went into any pit stall whatsoever. Correction, that was the 184 of Kevin O'Brien. He's technically first off, but other than that, Sean Butler, DJ Anderson, Tim Blum, Max Terrio, and James Heater are your 5 drivers off. I'm not sure about the 184, if he actually did go into his pit box or not. But other than that, as we get the picture back up here, we'll take a look back at the replay because he was shown heading to pit road. He just went straight through pit road actually, so we didn't even need a replay for that one. So I'll head back live here. So not sure what Kevin O'Brien is up to, but he's got something in mind if he doesn't pit this time by for an actual pit stop. And there goes the pit road. It was probably too crowded. He probably missed his pit box actually. I would not be surprised. So through pit road goes the number 184 of Kevin O'Brien. Lights on the pace car are instantly out after about 3 laps of pacing so far. I'll be going back green here in just a few moments' time when the pace car pulls off into pit road. So just as a reminder, so far the only 2 drivers officially locked into the chase for the season. Playoffs, I should say. Playoffs, rather. They are Sean Butler with 5 wins in a row, and Max Terrio with the first win at the first race of the season. Green flag is out. We are back green. We'll see how this plays out. It looks like everybody has taken 4 tires and fuel for the most part. Just going off of the pit stop times as well. Great start by the 88, so he's going to let DJ Anderson and Tim Blum battle out for second. Slight problem for DJ Anderson. That inside lane is a little bit more preferred, but at the same time, it also does help out for that outside lane. That's why, because you're not using so much of that inside lane and risking getting the apron. So DJ Anderson now just gets in front of Tim Blum for second place. Max Terrio, however, he hasn't been in second place essentially ever since the start of this race. And oh my goodness, look at Alec Conklin in the 954. He'll drop back to the pack. I thought it was going to spin out for a second there, but he held on to it. Multiple drivers now side by side around the track, and it's going to be Richard Murdoch on the in the 01 getting passed by that number 18 of James Heater. As far as that 923 of Mosley, well, he barely gets in front of that 86 of Skelton entering turns 1 and 2. And here is your side-by-side battle for position at number 14. Kyle Souza trying to get by Leo Bordage. Kyle Souza and Leo Bordage, they're 10th and 11th place in the point standings. So they're essentially locked in for sure on points at the moment. Ryan O'Donnell in the 98. He is also locked in at position number 9. Again, at the moment, they're not officially... Well, they're in on points. They're not exactly locked in through a race win, I should say. Right now, it's Tony Strano in the 903, trying to get around the 7 of Leo Bordage, and he does so very quickly. Charles Silvis in the 924 tries to get to the inside. Nothing happens that time around. And, and saw the reaction from Charles Silvis instantly on the brakes. He did not want to bump Leo Bordage out of the way. Silvis, this I believe is more than likely his first race here for this season. As we see Bordage trying to get by Strano here. Strano is the closest rookie, I believe. Nope, scratch that. That's Christopher Rothrock. That's the closest rookie to the top 12. Rothrock is, well, on track. He's position number 21. In points, he is positioned at number 16. Battle for position number 12. Nope, actually, yeah, position 11. As William Long wants a 3-car battle. William Long is in 11th, 12 places of 926. 13th is Kyle Souza. And expect positions 12 and 13 to change in about 3 seconds. Pretty much right now, if it's in real time, having a little bit of connection issues as at 926. Souza giving him a lot of room, essentially the entire top lane. A little bit of a lower entry for Kyle Souza as William Long in the 12 gets slightly ahead. Now he definitely will. And look at the 926. Actually, no, it's the 98 of Ryan O'Donnell who had caught up to that just ever so slightly. It's around 70 laps to go this time around. 20 laps into this race. As far as the lead goes, well, Sean Butler is leading by an insane amount, and to him that's normal as he's positioned at 0.8 seconds, I should say, ahead of DJ Anderson. That is his Need for Speed teammate. They have their team there. So DJ Anderson running in at 2nd place. Tim Lum 3rd. 4th place Max Terrio. And 5th place is that 18 of James Heater. Side by side for 6th place. Well, it's either going to be Blake Mosley or Richard Murdoch. Is able to drag race down the back straightaway. Preferred line sort of goes to the L1. And, just saw a little bit of contact ever so slightly between Buckley and Johnson. Wasn't major contact, but they did scrape doors a little bit. And they are still side by side as the 923 finally gets by. We're going to head back to position 9 here. This is about for position 9. 33 and the 2, Johnson and Buckley. And Buckley will relinquish that inside lane for that 10th place position. And just like that, everyone is back to being single file. And right when I say that, they're not single file anymore because Charles Silva just got passed by Tony Strano in turn 3. That's a 903. Strano right there. The Charles Silvis, sorry, not Silva. The 924 side by side now for position number 13. It's just side by side battles all over the racetrack here. As Brasher's in the 13th place position, and that 926 tries to get by Aldani and that number 98. And he does so just coming off turn number 4, and we're back to another double file battle here. Murdoch slowly getting shuffled. I think he actually advanced a position. I believe he actually got by the 33. I may be incorrect on that, but other than that, Murdoch is not letting go of that top side anytime soon because he's getting by James Skelton here for 7th place. Johnson in the 33 trying to do the same, trying to get around on the top side, forcing Skelton back by at least 2 positions. At the start-finish line, it's going to be by 1 position. As they remain side by side. Preferred line going to the 01, and look at Johnson, tries to sneak back to the inside lane. It's not going to work out, however. It'll be right on top of that back bumper, the rear decklet, essentially. And here's onboard Joshua Buckley as well. They head back to Johnson's on board. 33 is trying. He's at least using the draft as much as possible. He's doing a very great job at it. Skelton gets to the inside off turn number 2 of Richard Murdoch, and we're just going to stay in this camera angle because it's actually a pretty decent angle here. Someone's down the apron, I believe that is Brian Phillips in the 39, and it is the 39 of Phillips. Not sure what happened to him, but either way, for the time being, us we'll find out what happened to that 39 here in a few moments. We're going to watch this play to completion. As Buckley now is getting in on this battle as well. This is basically a 4-car battle for 7th place. Skelton leading the charge here for 7th place. And Buckley has absolutely no idea where to go. He knows where to go, but at the same time, he's getting held up. So these laps are quickly winding down. Side by side now, this is for position 9, as looks like the middle lane is going to be a little bit more prevailing than the inside lane. Oh, Buckley, hard shot into the outside wall. He's going to lose a lot of speed there. His right front tire, either he put the throttle down way too soon, or the problem for him as Charles Silvis has to pit road. What could happen for that number 2 as he hits the wall again in the background? Hit that wall of turn number 2 in the background, but the thing is, that 2 probably could have put the throttle down just a bit too early, and that's what caused him to slide up into the outside wall. He must have tried to save it, but he must have attempted to save it as best as possible. Unfortunately, that just was not the case. Brian Phillips has been running essentially on the apron for a while. Not sure what happened. We're going to go for a blank screen here, unfortunately, for a few moments, as we're going to track down and see what happened to Phillips. He had originally had right side damage, so it could just be that his speed is a little bit low. It could have been from the original incident that he was involved in indirectly, and he is currently sitting in pit road for the time being, so we will head back live. As of the 39 is currently sitting in pit road. Same with Silvis. He also sits in pit road. He's been in there for, actually looks like he's about to put it behind the little wall. No, he will not. So, overcast once again, or cloud covered once again. Not exactly overcast. And look at how different the track looks. You can clearly see the difference in lighting there. So the last time I mentioned the cloud cover, if it stays there for a majority of the racetrack, a majority of the race, it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens. Someone's making a move on the top side. That is the 981. Not sure who exactly that is. Let's see if we can get a... that is, yeah, the 981 of Patrick Orr. He is 16 laps down. And just behind him, a driver going to pit road. That is Blake Mosley in 923. He heads to pit road first. Could be seeing pit stops here in a few moments. And, well, speaking of, there's Alec Conklin as well. Randy Brashers. Pretty much all the rookies hanging into pit road for this time around. Trying to get service. And the most important thing here of pit stops is to not overshoot your pit box. And Conklin makes a great slide or stop into his pit box. As far as everyone else, well, they are staying out for the time being. And look at this. The cloud cover has officially stayed on the racetrack for the time being, and it looks like it could be staying for a while. Except for a few peaks of the sun here and there. So if this does stay for just a little bit longer, the track could be cooling down here in a few moments. Next, Terrio, Tim Blum, 3rd and 4th. And the only reason why I mention that is because Tim Blum looks like he is wanting to get to that position at number 3 as soon as possible. Well, Tim Blum is definitely not giving out that back bumper anytime soon, or at least the front bumper, let alone that the space, I should say, between the front and back bumper of his truck and Max Terrio's truck. And James Heater doing the same as he's close in onto this battle as well. Look at how close he is. He's pretty much bum drafting a 10 down the back straightaway. More than likely backed off, though, off of turn number 2. Just to give it a little bit of space, a little bit of breathing room, not really messing anything up. Right now, James Skelton is in pit road, so is Joshua Buckley. So very staggered pit stops here at this track. We haven't seen any of your front runners head to pit road for the time being. Another driver in, actually, nope, disregard that. That was actually still James Skelton. I was looking at the pit stop timer for a few moments, and there goes the 88 to pit road. So DJ Anderson is now in control of the lead. How will Sean Butler stop at his pit box? His pit box is the very first stall. We'll see how he does on that. Oh, locks the tires, but great stop though. It's just a matter of getting out of his pit box. Terrio heads to pit road. So does Anderson. Heater stays out. Tim Blum heads to pit road as well. Richard Murdoch, Eric Johnson. Does Kyle Souza blink? Yes, he does. He has to pit road. Oh, someone just spun out. That was the old one of Murdoch. He was sideways there for a few moments. Yeah, what happened was, oh yeah, he really braked. Wow. Trying to get off, or should I say on the pit road as soon as possible and off of it as quickly as possible. Trying to brake for that speed. They're trying to ruin his pit box, or pit entry. Tony Strano in the background, he has the pit road. And first off pit road is DJ Anderson, just barely beating Max Terrio off of pit road. And right now, Sean Butler is in the lead for the time being. James Heater heads to pit road. He's currently in the lead. Look how close Terrio is on the back bumper. He tried to make him look to the outside. And he decides against it for the time being. So Blake Mosley in third. He's currently your highest running rookie on the racetrack. Second highest is Alec Conklin in 7th place. And third highest is going to be Randy Brashears in 13th. Unfortunately for that number 923 though, he is on 6 laps worth of worn tires and couldn't really make it through. Oh, Terrio almost makes the bumper shot to the 51 in the entry of turn number 3. I have absolutely no idea how he managed to not do that, though. Wait. He may be going to the inside. Oh, no. Well, so much for that plan for Terrio. Tried to make it to the inside, and it didn't work out. At the moment, though, we're riding on board DJ Anderson, who's currently in second. And there is Tim Blum in position number 5. Same amount of laps as Max Terrio and DJ Anderson. He pitted on the same lap. So that means Tim Blum could be closing the gap. But the question is he going to finish runner-up again to Sean Butler? It wouldn't be the first time. He got passed by Sean Butler at Owl Cliff Speedway, I believe. And I believe also at Kentucky, they made a little bit of contact. So Tim Blum is no stranger to finishing second, unfortunately. He wants to make that one position better for sure. At the moment, second to last race before the playoffs start. And it's all been Sean Butler. Well, it's been Max Terrio, and then it's been all Sean Butler. At the moment, we're going to go through your top 10. So we have Sean Butler, where his lowest position is, is pretty much non-existent. That's pretty much it. His lowest position is non-existent because he's been in his lowest position, which is first place. So DJ Henderson is currently second after starting fifth. Max Terrio one position down. He is currently in third. Fourth place, Tim Blum has gone absolutely nowhere for the time being. He currently sits in fourth. Blake Mosley up 4 positions. He sits in the top 5. Richard Murdoch, James Heater, positions 6 and 7. Expect that to change in about, say, 10 seconds. Alec Conklin is currently 8th. 9th place, nope, scratch that. 9th place is going to be now Eric Johnson. 10th place is going to go to Joshua Buckley. So much for that 10-second theory of the changing position between Heater and Murdoch. 11th place, we're going to continue on, actually, throughout the rest of your field. It's going to be 11th place, William Wong. 12th place, Kyle Souza. 13th is Leo Bordage. 14th, Randy Brashears. 15th, Ryan O'Donoghue. 16th. Wait, hold on a second. We skipped somebody. There we go. 15th, Ryan O'Donoghue. 16th is Noah Samples. 17th is James Skelton. 18th is Kevin O'Brien. 19th, Tony Strano. 1 lap down. And 20th is Christopher Rothrock. Patrick Orr still running 15 laps down. He currently sits 21st. And soon to be 22nd, maybe, if he gets back out on the track, will be Brian Phillips, although he's been sitting on pit road for 9 minutes now, trying to repair that truck as much as possible. So at the moment, it's Charles Silvis in at 22nd, who has retired. Brian Phillips is 23rd, and that is your entire field. So we're going to go side by side. You're not going to miss anything here on the Racing Line Broadcast Network, not side by side. Apparently, I'm just stealing Fox's name, just like they stole mine. I guess we're going to be going double wide here in a few moments. You don't really miss a thing. This is the Racing Line Broadcasting Network, bringing you the Red Light Scrambler series here on, well, pretty much YouTube for the time being. Don't go anywhere. We have 41 laps to go as Sean Butler leads here at Texas. Will he get his 6th win is the question. Or will somebody spoil it right at the last second? Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Back live here on the Racing Line Broadcasting Network. As you haven't really missed a single thing, we've been constantly just watching this battle brew between Tim Blum and the 51 of DJ Anderson. And it looks like the gap has slightly closed between both Sean Butler and Max Terrio. At the moment, not so much. Because right when I said that, I saw that the timing scoring, or at least the timing difference, was about, well, right where it is now, 2.0 seconds. So essentially, 2 seconds. Slight problem for that, though, at least for Max Terrio. He's still about a solid 2 seconds behind. He is trying his best, though. He's doing the best that he can. Looking at those past lap times on the right-hand side of those driver names, you see 31.442, 31.246 as Sean Butler and Max Terrio, respectively. At the moment, let's see what happens this time around. Identical lap times, so it's been fluctuating for the most part this entire time. 30 laps to go. Does Max Terrio have the speed to really run down Sean Butler after only one caution so far this race? We're about to go, we're about to hit 30 laps to go as mentioned. Lap 61 of 90, so we're 2/3 of the way through at the start-finish line. At the moment, still identical lap times, about 3 thousandths of a second faster. That time around was Sean Butler. Until then, though, we're going to keep an eye on, actually, Al Conklin exiting pit road soon with Noah Samples. They probably pitted just a bit too early, though. I'll only explain one of the reasons why they're in pit road at the time. Other than that, we have second place of Max Terrio, third place DJ Anderson, the 51, fourth place Tim Blum in the number 10. And Tim Blum has still just been on the back bumper of DJ Anderson for the most part throughout these corners. At the moment, it may not look like anything is going to be happening for the time being. This could be allowing Max Terrio to pull away, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Finally makes a move to the inside. Yes, he will. Tim Blum goes to the inside of DJ Anderson for position number 3. With 27 laps to go at the start-finish line. Oh, Tim Blum's going to actually head to pit road now. I don't think he could have made it. He's on the same lap, however, of DJ Anderson, and I believe he's pitting early. And this could be a wonderful strategy call for the number 10 if... I'm not going to finish that sentence because Commentator's Course 101 says never to finish your sentence until after that thing happens. Okay, there we go. Now I can actually say what I was going to say. This could play out for Tim Blum now that he's actually stopped in his pit stall. Very solid. Same with James Skelton. James Skelton is also in pit road. As Tim Blum is already done with his pit stop out of pit road. That's a great strategy call. William Long just got passed, or as we see him get passed by the 86. Long now exits pit road. Kyle Souza in pit road. Same with DJ Anderson. How will he fare on pit stops? That may be an overshoot. It is not. At least somebody spun out entering pit road. I'm not sure. I did see a little bit of smoke. As Joshua Buckley enters his pit stall, we're going to rewind this just a few moments here. It's actually the smoke from the exit. Oh, caution is back as we're back live. James Heater and Sean Butler both in pit road. Perfect timing for them. Caution is for something on the racetrack, and about drivers 8th on back are now an entire lap down. They may not be able to actually pit this time. Max Terrio, Eric Johnson, Richard Murdoch, Ryan O'Donnell did not pit. Kevin O'Brien has also not pitted. Sean Butler, however, he has. Caution is out for something on the racetrack. We'll figure out what that something is in just a few moments. Could have been a quick solo spin for the reason of that caution, and we will figure out what exactly that was. And we found it was off turn number 4. That was the 0-1 of Richard Murdoch. I think he was going to try and head to pit road, but oh man, the 984, I believe that's who that was. Christopher Rothrock it was. That's what the caution was for. So it was a quick spin, but unfortunately, as a driver that has not headed to pit road as of yet. But for Tim Blum, where does he shake out through all of this? Well, he's currently in 8th. 1 lap down with DJ Anderson. Drivers are now headed to pit road. Max Terrio, Eric Johnson, and Richard Murdoch. Ryan O'Donnell as well. Kevin O'Brien should be joining them here in a few moments. And he will. So retire top 5 as to pit road, which leaves Sean Butler in the actual lead. And well, the field, I believe, is getting waved around by race control. Actually, I'll correct myself on that. That was a lucky dog given to DJ Anderson. And everyone is back out on the lead lap. So, where is Sean Butler? Oh, there he is. So Sean Butler's behind all these lap cars. Well, not exactly lap cars. He's behind all the cars that went to pit road. So this is an interesting situation. So now we will see what exactly becomes of this, because the field, which is, well, a majority in front of Sean Butler, they will get waved around the pace car. The thing is, though, Max Terrio, for some reason, has been scored in the lead. Never mind. I just realized what I said, and that was probably the last time around when everybody was still cycling through, so we'll see what the lead lap count says this time by at the start-finish line. So Terrio 2nd, 3rd place, Eric Johnson. Start-finish line shows Sean Butler in the lead. So now everyone else is, well, timing and scoring is a bit broken at the moment, but it's going to be 11 cars on the lead lap on the restart. Ryan O'Donnell, I believe, nope, is it Kevin O'Brien? No, DJ Anderson is in pit road. He relinquished the chance of getting back on the lead lap for some reason. Not sure as to why. But he may be getting more tires just to be safe. But I'm not sure if he's actually a lap down or not. Live scoring shows at the moment he is not 1 lap down. At the moment. As opposed to Sean Butler being all the way over in turn 3, I have absolutely no idea. I'm not even going to try. Even whatever the ticker says, the ticker is updated at the start-finish line for the cautions, so we'll see what that shows this time by. So, start-finish line, and the pace car will either have the lights on or off. We'll find out. Lights will shut off. Sean Butler is currently in the lead. And we'll see where everyone cycles through as James Heater also goes to pit road. I believe he's retired for the day. 2nd place, just like the initial start of the race, is going to be Max Terrio. That was an unintentional run there. Eric Johnson in 33 restarts 3rd. 4th place, Ryan O'Donnell. 5th place, Kevin O'Brien. 6th place is DJ Anderson. I'm going to look at that one more time. That should be 6th place. I'll see what the cycle says. I believe DJ Anderson should be on the top side. He's shown, actually no, 6th place Richard Murdoch, 7th place DJ Anderson. Sorry. Live timing over here. Tim Blum in 8th, 9th. Oh, they may have to delay the green. I don't know. Well, we'll find out if they choose to delay it or not. It's not exactly enough time for everyone to get by or caught up. We'll see what the pace car does. It'll pull off the racetrack and continue as normal. So green flag is about to fly. And we are back green as the field just catches up in time. with 20 laps to go at the start-finish line. We're going to see what can happen here as Terrio tries to get around on the outside, but Eric Johnson at one point was close to a win as well. The entire top three is just completely broken away. Something interesting to note, Sean Butler is on 2 more T-laps worn tires as compared to Johnson and Terrio. Johnson moves up to second place. 19 laps to go. Kevin O'Brien 4th, 5th place. DJ Anderson battle for 6th place between Aldani and the 98. Oh boy, on the top side. Actually, no, that's not even a lap car. Or a lead lap car, I should say. Never mind. As the 954, Alec Conklin, he is 1 lap down. Terrio trying to make a move to the inside. As much as he wants an advanced position, it's not going to help catch Sean Butler. But Johnson gives him the room anyways. DJ Anderson is now up to 4th as the 184 hits the wall off turn number 4. A lot of numbers going on here. So down the back straightaway they go. It's going to be Max Terrio in second, trying to chase down Sean Butler, but Butler already has about a half-second lead on the entire field for the time being, or at least on second place, which is Max Terrio. And he is starting to gain, and the longer these two battle side by side, the longer it's going to take for them to really catch up to Sean Butler. They pretty much ruined that chance at this point. 0.6 seconds now. Separates second place, the 33 from the lead. And in this case, it could just be both the 33 and the 42. Look at DJ Anderson. He's going to slide into this battle. Thankfully, not quite literally. Kevin O'Brien falling back in a few laps' time, possibly. There's a few lap cars around that area. Look at DJ Anderson. He's going to be trying to chase down Sean Butler. Since these two keep battling side by side, DJ Anderson is thinking, well, you know what? You two battle side by side. I'll do this myself. Back to single file they go, trying to break the draft as the 33. If I was a spotter crew chief, I'd be saying, stop trying to battle side by side, chase down that 88, but, well, right now, it's a second lead that separates both of these drivers. You can see it prominently here in these camera angles. It may not look like much, but it is definitely a lot. Oh, I think Sean Butler just hit the wall of turn 2. Yeah, he did. He hit the wall of turn 2. Any damage on the right side, however, he must have scraped it at the very least. We'll see. Nothing too visible. He has lost about a 10th of a second, though. Still battling side by side. DJ Anderson is backed off for the time being. And still, none of these two are going to give up that outside lane or the inside lane. That second place. Caution is back out for this third time. Oh, goodness. Not sure what that caution is for. Take a look. As caution is out for some reason, more than likely a wreck on the racetrack, and I believe it was the 184 was the reason for that caution. Oh no, well it sort of was the 184. We'll break this down here in a few moments, actually. Off turn number 4, we're going to get a rear view camera angle here, the 184. I'm going to stop this here, actually. Hold on a second. We're going to wait. So we're going to slow this down. Actually, you know, we're going to stop this entirely. We are going to get the drawing software up here in a few moments, just so we can outline a specific vehicle, as that, for some reason, pops up on the actual screen. Apologies for that. Other than that, though, I'm going to have you take a look over here at this car in the back, or truck, or whatever you want to title them as. Take a look as we'll go slow motion here for a few moments. I believe they got turned. Not sure who that is. I'll probably see this time around. That's William Long on the inside. That is the 909 of Noah Samples. There's William Long. They made contact, trying to slow down for... Oh my gosh. Okay, that was highly unexpected. Yeah, that makes sense for a caution. I am slightly confused, but at the same time, that does make sense. Aside from that, pretty much everybody is in pit road for the time being. Who's going to be the first driver off pit road? Right side tires for Sean Butler. Possibly the same for DJ Anderson. Terrio takes 4 tires. I don't think. Was that Ryan O'Donnell? I don't think he took any tires. 42, 33, 4, 10, and 12 are 4th through 8th. I have absolutely no idea. Did the 40... Hold on. Well, actually, well, we're going to replay here. This is a lot to take in here. I'm not sure if O'Donnell took tires or... No, he took right side tires. He definitely took right side tires. And you can see O'Donnell... Oh, he almost got turned as well, entering his pit box. But yeah, there's all the 184s, very crooked on the left-hand side. Well, look at this, the 98. Right side's up and gone. As for the 51, who came second off of pit road, we'll see how many tires he took, also right sides. Right sides go up on the 10 and the 88. Max Terrio, I believe, is one of the few drivers that actually took 4 tires. He does. So, the drivers that took 4 tires are Eric Johnson, or sorry, Max Terrio, as he currently sits in 4th place. You know, we're just going to go through the entire field. Provided we're on, yep, still under caution fully. So we have Sean Butler in 1st, 2nd place DJ Anderson, 3rd place Ryan O'Donnell. They all took right side tires. That's it, just right side tires. Max Terrio on the 4 and the 42, he took 4 tires, sorry, goodness gracious. So many numbers. We have Eric Johnson in position 5. He took 4 tires. Same with Kyle Souza. He restarts in 6th. Tim Blum restarts 7th. William Long restarts 8th. So 4th through 8th have a very large advantage here in terms of tires. Maybe. That depends. I'm just going to have to find out what happens here. We are on 10 laps to go. At the start-finish line this next time by, will the lights from the pace cars stay on, or will they shut off? Survey says, at the start-finish line, out. 9-lap shootout here. Nine laps to go. That's going to be quite interesting, to be honest. Oh, man. Sean Butler on the verge of 6 wins, and that's only 9 laps away. Possibly, I'm not going to finish that sentence, actually. Again, commentator's curse 101. If it does happen, I'll mention it. If it doesn't happen, at the end of the race, I'll mention it. Or on the white flag. That just depends. So, 9 laps to go on this restart here at Texas. 90 laps, and it's come down to this. This is going to be quite interesting. Final 9 laps. DJ Anderson on the top side. Teammates with the 88 of Sean Butler from Need for Speed Motorsports. Joshua Buckley, another teammate, back in 9th. We'll find out what happens. Green flag flies this time by with 9 laps to go at the start-finish line. Side-by-side drag race. It's going to be 4 tires versus 2. Which one will prevail? It's going to be the question. Terrio on top of that back bumper, the 51. Will he split the middle, make it 3 wide? He's going to stay on top of that back bumper. Off turn number 2 on the back straightaway. This could be the shootout for the race win as Anderson tries to look to the inside. It's not going to work, though. Johnson takes to the top side. He also took 4 tires. Terrio trying to find a way around DJ Anderson, who's trying to... Oh, caution is out again. 8 laps to go. Caution is out. Another wreck in the back. Not sure who it is. It could be the 984 of Rothrock. We're not sure as of yet. 8 laps to go. The caution is out. Max Terrio restarts in 3rd place as of now. And he's going to have the preferred lane on the inside. He's going to have the preferred lane, and he will be directly behind Sean Butler. We will figure out what the caution was for here in just a couple of moments. It was on the back straightaway, and it was the 984 of Christopher Rothrock. Here's the replay. Oh, maybe a little bit of contact. Oh, hard shot to the inside. And the reason for the caution is some reason that. Not sure why. And that's why. Oh, man. You didn't have to back up that far. Oh, no. He tried to get going. I'm not sure why. He didn't have space to keep it going forward. Because the way he stopped, initial way that he stopped right here, as he froze it here for a moment, the initial way he stopped, he could have just turned it hard right and gassed it up. Unfortunately, that just was not the case. So, possibly a little bit of controversy here. But we're not going to look too much into it. Could we? We could, but that's for the admin team to decide. The race control. Here's an onboard. I don't know. But we're back under caution nonetheless. All eyes are on the pace car, as well as Sean Butler, DJ Anderson, and Max Terrio. Now, part of me is wanting to interview one of these guys in the top three, but I'm not going to. Reason being, it's it's 6 laps to go as of right now, and don't want to jinx anything. So, oh right, that thing that I was going to say. I was going to say, over the course of that final restart, I was going to say something about caution. I honestly had forgotten. So, we got that caution, 4th caution of the day, over 90 laps. But other than that, so far so good. It's going to be an interesting race for for sure. And the question is, when are the lights on the pace car going to shut off? We have 5 laps to go this time by, and the number of laps remaining in the race is crucial. One more caution and the race is over. Under caution at the very least. Lights remain on with 5 laps to go, so we could be getting a 3-lap shootout. Here's why. The pace car heads around the turn, or heads around the start-finish line next time by, well, this time by in this case. Next time pace car crosses the start-finish line, it will be 4 laps to go. The lights will be out. That means, coming to the green, it will be a 3-lap shootout. Oh boy. This is going to be interesting, for sure. So we're going to figure out what happens after the lights on the pace car go out and it pulls off the racetrack. So this time by, everyone was already double file early on. This is one of those times where I wish iRacing actually had a ending the caution early option. Just like an instant 2 laps to green. Well, that was our 2 laps to green. Here's the 1 lap to green. Lights are out. 3 laps to go on the restart. Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Ryan O'Donnell. Well, we're going to go through your front 4 here. And make that your front 5. Restarting first after starting first, Sean Butler. DJ Anderson started 5th. He's restarting 2nd now. Max Terrio 1 position down still from where he started. Ryan O'Donnell, 14 positions up. Where in the heck did he come from? I have absolutely no idea. He restarts 4th. Johnson, 5 positions up. He restarts in 5th. Max Terrio is going to have to be on his toes. And he won't have anyone else to really battle against. Remember, 4 tires for Terrio. Ryan O'Donnell, DJ Anderson, and Sean Butler took 2 tires, 2 right side tires. Pace car pulls off this time by 3 laps to go when the green flies. And we will be underway. The green flag is back out and getting bumped. A little bit of help from the 33 goes to Max Terrio. Ontario dive to the inside. They wreck in the back already. That's Kevin O'Brien that was around in the back. No caution. He turned off the racetrack. DJ Anderson trying to squeeze down the 42. We're going to stick with this race lead. As Sean Butler protects the inside lane, the middle lane. Will Ontario go any lower? He will not go any lower on the track. 2 laps to go at the start-finish line, and they're racing close behind as well. Top side goes Terrio. Sean Butler protects that outside lane. They'll let it happen. Maybe, maybe not. Top side on top of the back bumper is Max Terrio. Caution is back out, and the race is over. Oh, man. Oh, it's Ryan O'Donnell as well. They will not race it back to the start-finish line. The race is over. Win number 6 for Sean Butler. So close, yet so far. Terrio was just robbed of a win as the white flag flies along with the caution. I'm going to take a quick replay and see what happened to Ryan O'Donnell there. He had spun somewhere on the racetrack. Not sure what happened here. We will find out. The replay. So let's talk about the close racing in the back. 3 wide. My goodness. Gets the outside wall once, twice. That's what did that. Oh my. Oh, it's that outside wall again. Hopefully that will be fixed in an update. But other than that, the caution has flown. The race is essentially over at this point. Give the 6th win in a row to the 88 of Sean Butler. He wins at Texas after 90 laps. Max Terrio, 2nd place. 3rd place, DJ Anderson. 4th place, Tim Blum. 5th place. Oh, sorry, no, 4th place, Eric Johnson. And I'll go through your top 5 anyways. So, right now we have in your top 5. Pretty much your finishing order: Sean Butler, Max Terrio, DJ Anderson. They'll be interviewed here in a few moments. Eric Johnson, Tim Blum, rounding out the 4th and 5th positions. Kyle Souza, 6th. William Long, 7th. 8th place goes to Richard Murdoch. 9th place, James Skelton. 10th place is Leo Bordage. Tony Strano, Kevin O'Brien, Joshua Buckley, Randy Brashears, and the 15th place rounded out by Ryan O'Donnell, Alec Conklin, Blake Mosley, Christopher Rothrock, Noah Samples, and James Heater, 16th through 20th. Finally, your final 3 drivers: 21st, Brian Phillips; 22nd, Patrick Orr; 23rd, Charles Silvis. Not even wasting any time whatsoever. Sean Butler is already burning it down. He's probably going to be here for a while. But nonetheless, congratulations to Sean Butler. We'll be right back here in a few moments. An actual full screen ad, unfortunately. But we'll be right back nonetheless here in just a few moments' time with your top 3 interviews. This is the Raceline Broadcasting Network post-race, coming up here in just a few moments with your top 3 after Sean Butler gets his 6th win in a row. Don't go anywhere.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Back live here at Texas Motor Speedway with your P3 finisher. We are standing here with the third place finisher DJ Anderson, so close yet so far, but those two tires did work to perfection, it seemed. My goodness, DJ Anderson, congratulations again on your another podium finish here. How was that race out there today? Because my goodness, that long green flag run was pretty well. Oh, hold on a second. A few technical issues. Forgot to actually bring over the secondary audio. All right, there we go. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
I thought it was a good race. Sucks we had those cautions at the end. I really thought I was pretty good on the long run. One of the best on the long run. I think me and Max probably had a good long run speed there. Um, it just the outside sucks, and those last two restarts were probably the best restarts I could have ever had, and just killed me being on the outside.
Yeah, the outside did seem to be sort of friendly for at least some drivers, but yeah, for you it definitely didn't go too well. But on the bright side, though, you did manage to get a P3 finish. So heading into next week, which I believe is Kansas, Kentucky. It's one of those two. I never get that right. Kentucky, of course. Right, now I never get that right. But we head to the night portion of that race over in Kentucky, another 90 laps. So, any thoughts for that race? As you are pretty much double checking the point standings here. Not 100%. Actually, yeah, you're pretty much well in between the top 12 here heading into this race. You're seventh in points. So, any thoughts heading into next week?
Well, I think I would like to end my teammate Sean Butler's sixth win in a row, and hopefully make sure he doesn't get seven in a row. But he's got the horseshoe, but hopefully we can take it from him come chase time.
Hopefully that will be the case as well. So before we go ahead and let you go, anyone that you'd like to give a shout out to for your third place finish?
I guess for Red Light and for you doing the broadcast, and of course my teammates, we work really hard week in and week out on these races here to get prepared as we can, and I mean it's showing. You know, Sean's out there dominating, and we're all running good. So it's hopefully it'll spill over to the chase. I hope all four of us are there for the final four in the championship race. That'd be a dream.
Yeah, it will be quite interesting for sure. We're going to go ahead and let you go, and well, we will see you next week.
Appreciate it. Take care.
That was DJ Anderson finishing at position number 3 once again. Not the first time he's finished in position at number 3 either, so he's definitely showing that he does have the talent. He just hopefully has to have there by the end of the season. Next up, we have the 42 of Max Terrio, who just cannot seem to catch a break with trying to get by Sean Butler after that first race win of the season. But on the bright side for you, Terrio, you are at least locked in, have been. But there is the small problem of Sean Butler winning every single week. So how's that going for you?
About tonight, well, Texas has never been a place that I've particularly had success, but he was still the best all race long. He led so many laps and deservingly got the win.
Yeah, he definitely did. How's the race out there for you? Because you were one of the few drivers that actually ended up taking 4 tires on that final pit stop of the race.
Yeah, it could have gone either way depending on what others would have done. If, like Sean said, if more guys would have taken 2 tires, then I would not have had a chance to win that late. But ended up ended up like restarting, I think, fourth, so that helped a lot.
And definitely it did help out in that final restart as well. You were chasing down Sean Butler as much as possible. Unfortunately, caution came out, but again, you're still locked into the chase. So heading into Kentucky next week with a night race, another 90 laps of that track as well. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I like Kentucky, so I'm hopeful that we'll get a good run there, and hopefully we get less caution flags and more clean racing. Because I mean, it's a bit unfortunate that we had so many cautions the last 10 laps. So we'll try to get back on our streak of clean racing next week.
Hopefully that is the case before we go ahead and let you go. Anyone that you'd like to give a shout out to for your second place?
Shout out to my girlfriend and my friend Max. He's a sponsor on my car, so I hope they enjoy the race.
I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I for sure did as well. So, congratulations on your second place, and we hope to see you next week.
Very good talking there.
Max Terrio is sponsored by Max. The irony of that, unless that, well, either way, I think we all know what's coming. Oh my goodness. Well, let's just get this over with. Let me rephrase that sentence. Well, Sean Butler, you should probably get the gist by now, but my goodness, how do you do this is my first question, because my gosh, I have no idea how.
Yeah, I got this golden horseshoe right here, and apparently it's been with me all season right now. It's being up front, not getting involved, and tonight was a little bit of luck when, thankfully, I was almost in my box when the caution come out, and it let me go out and go around the pace car like it should have. So that was good. I was already on pit road, so I got that little luck, and then I don't know if I could have held off Max if it stayed green there. He had four tires, I had two, and he was all over me, and I was kind of running blocking lines into the corners because he was right there.
Yeah, he was all over the tailgate of that truck as well. So somehow, some way, again, you managed to pull it off. Although, in a way, a fluke victory, but at the same time, you're also saved by the caution. So it's just one of those things where, whatever happens, happens. And, well, now you have a sixth win. So heading into Kentucky next week, I'm pretty sure it's the win number 7, I assume. But other than
Oh,
that,
I don't know about that, but we'll see what this new build, if
oh
the new
yeah,
build does anything to it or anything. I don't think it's really gonna mess with the trucks, but just reading stuff about it, and they're not introducing a no tire model to everything, just to one car right now. So I don't think there's gonna be a lot of changes. So we'll see what happens. I mean, who knows? They might mess up something, and who knows? We might not be able to race next week.
well, don't jinx it. Now it's going to be even
Oh
worse.
yeah, I know. I just after iRacing updates, sometimes they have right about a week into it, they usually have some problems. So we'll see what happens. If I can keep it up front and keep the luck streak going. Now I haven't made any mistakes getting on and off pit road or anything on the green, and that's pretty much where it's been at.
Yeah, for anyone wondering about the actual updates to the trucks, well, vehicle branding and rule set have been updated. So basically, the branding has changed from the Cup Series, Camper Mode Series to the Gander Outdoor Series. Minimum and maximum tire pressures have been adjusted, but I don't think that really matters as much. But
Yeah.
braking gearbox settings, etc., etc. Small
Yeah, it
changes.
doesn't sound like
Well, actually, we'll see what the schedule shows. Talladega, ooh, this actually could be affected. Small
Oh, yeah.
changes to drafting to improve suck up at super speedway tracks. So the draft has been improved just a little bit. So that's going to be interesting for the first playoff race.
Yep, should be interesting. Like I said, I mean, I know they said something about the dynamic track being a little bit updated and stuff. So who knows what's going to happen next week? It's all just you just never know until you get there who's going to be fast and who's going to be fast in the long run and everything. So
Yeah,
hopefully
so
we can keep it going.
hopefully that is the case. So before we let you go, anyone that you'd like to give a shout out to?
I just want to congratulate DJ bringing home third, starting on the outside like that. I know that ain't easy. And then Max giving me all I can handle. He was good all night, and he never gave up. And unfortunately, the caution probably kept him from winning again. And then just everyone out here, appreciate everyone coming out, everyone watching, and appreciate you doing the broadcast. I look forward to next week.
That's definitely going to be an interesting week for sure. So we're going to go ahead and let you go. Congratulations on your race win once again for the 6th time.
Thank you very much, bud.
I still have no idea how he does it every time. I'm starting to say that a lot more often now. I have no idea how he does this. But other than that, as we head into Thursday, we're going to have the Fuel Jetstream Media IndyCar Series heading to Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle. No, it is not an oval if it's shaped as a triangle. That's my thought process on it. And then we'll have the Red Light Scrambler Series at Kentucky for next week at nighttime. And then the 17th of March will hold the Flat Out Racing League. They hold a 10-race series over on Sundays coming soon. Trademark. Um, for anyone wondering about the new iRacing season build, well, we have, if you haven't heard about it yet, which would be kind of a shock, we have, just as a key things, engine model enhancements. So basically, the engine now stalls, high dynamic range rendering, the BMW M8 GTE, the 2019 NASCAR Cup Series aero package, the version 7 tower model has been is now active on the Skip Barber Formula 2000. I think personally, I believe that's a great move, as it gets everyone to test it to one car and it doesn't break everything else. Charlotte Moore Speedway is now updated with 6 new track configurations, which means Charlotte is back once again with the oval instead of just the Roval configuration. Daytona has Daytona Rising now. Nürburgring has a night mode preview, and the iRacing Beta interface has series and performance upgrades, and a lot more, as well as flash bulbs at night. So we're probably gonna be seeing that a little bit next week at Kentucky. So we are going to go ahead and sign off. We hope to see you this Thursday, but if not, well, we hope to see you once again next week for the Red Light Scrambler series. If you want to keep up to date, either subscribe to this YouTube channel or head over to facebook.com/Racing Line Broadcasting Network. We thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you next time. Congratulations to Sean Butler on his 6th win in a row. My goodness. Well, I've been Gary Weaver, and we're going to head off. Signing out from Texas. We hope to see you next time.